Hey dreamers, welcome to my channel. It's the new year, it's January 2021, and because it is the new year, I wanted to do a review of things that happened in 2020. Also talk about things I hope for in 2021. I don't want this to be a super long video, but who knows? Who knows how it's going to end up. I'm also going to watch my video from last year. I'm going to see what I said about my hopes for 2020, basically. And talk about, how things actually turned out. So, we're going to do that. We're going to do a little trip down memory lane. Now, this video I did upload in March. It was early March though, but I know I originally wanted to do a update in January. So I'm counting this as my January update video because I'm late to these things often, as you guys know if you've been watching for a while. It's gonna be strange. I've never done this before it's like a reaction video, I've never done a reaction video before, so this is gonna be fun. So I'm gonna do a quick, I'm gonna try to make it quick because I have to go somewhere. But I'm gonna do This is so weird that I'm watching myself.
Finally, on both my channel and my life. I've been meaning to do this update for 2 months. So I'm sorry that it's taken this long to actually do it. I was planning on doing it for New Year's, but
yeah, that's what I thought.
I've just been really, really busy, and a lot of my busyness has to do with my channel because I have been uploading a lot, if you haven't noticed. I've been doing a lot of gaming videos. I've not been doing so much vlogging, but I plan on getting back into vlogging at least, maybe not quite once a week, maybe every other week, but I'm hoping to be a little bit regular with the home vlogs again.
So that didn't really happen, did it? The home vlogging thing didn't really happen, which I feel bad about because I really did want to do it. It's just with everything that happened this year. Like I said, this was in March. This is the very beginning of March. We went into lockdown at the end of March for the first time. So I didn't see it coming. I'd heard talk about COVID and everything when it was not in the States yet. And I knew it was a big deal already, but it hadn't really hit me yet that all this could be happening. I hadn't realized yet how big it was going to be, Mentally, I was really struggling at the beginning of the lockdown. Those first couple of months were really hard. They were really hard. They were probably the hardest time of the year for me. Well, it did help later on when I reconnected with my boyfriend. That definitely helped because then I had someone to share things with and connect with, and so that helped me later on mentally. But those first couple of months during lockdown, they were really hard, and I was also struggling because I was at a place personally in my personal life. I was kind of at a crossroads, and I didn't want to make the decision that I did end up making, but I was really struggling with that, and so I was really struggling emotionally. I did not get regular with home vlogs. I would still love to do more home vlogs, you guys. I really would. So I'm gonna try this year. I'm not gonna say that I'm definitely gonna do it. It's definitely gonna happen. I know better than to say things like that now, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try to vlog more regularly. We'll have to see, but that is definitely something that I would like to try to improve in 2021.
And those will still go on Tuesdays when I do get back to them.
Okay, can I just say, guys, I really like my makeup in this video. I think I did a good job on my makeup in this video. That's really weird for me to say because I do now wear makeup occasionally. Before 2020, basically, I didn't wear makeup ever. So I'm kind of proud of that. Just gotta say it.
My gaming, on the other hand, I have been getting more into. I've been doing a lot of Sims videos, which I think are really fun for me to make, which is why I'm doing a lot of them. Plus, the series that I'm doing right now is going to be really long, so I want to get as many episodes out as possible because it's going to go on for quite a while. So that's also why I've been focusing a lot on Sims videos. But I've also been trying to focus on Crusader Kings because I know a lot of you only subscribe to me because of Crusader Kings, so I recognize that and I am going to keep doing that. So don't worry. If I skip a couple of weeks, it's just because I got overwhelmed or whatever. And if you haven't noticed, I have a new way of filming my gaming. This won't work for streaming because I don't have a way to connect my camera to my computer. So yeah, I gotta figure out a different way to stream, but I do want to get back into streaming. It sucks that I was just getting into it and then my quality went downhill. It really sucks, but that's what happened. But I am happy with how this is working out, having my actual camcorder to record the face cam and then still using my mic in my computer and using my computer to record my games. That's been working really well, and it's been really fun to edit because I can actually play around with where the face cam.
Okay, so I just have to say, guys, can you imagine? This was back when I didn't have a desktop. That's something big that happened this year. I got a desktop, and it totally changed everything. I was doing gaming videos on my laptop, my crappy laptop that is at my boyfriend's because I only ever use it at his place because I always just use my desktop. That's crazy. So yeah, so that's something big that happened during 2020. A positive that happened is I was able to get a desktop computer. Finally, my first ever personal desktop. That's a big deal. That is a big deal.
Cam is now and like different stuff that I couldn't do before because it was locked in place. I could have hotkeys, but then I'd have to think about it while I'm gaming. And it's easier to see while you're editing, you know, where you have to change it and stuff, or where you can change it and it could look cool. So I really like that. I also have my...
I do have to say I kind of miss that about using my camcorder. I miss being able to change where the oh wow moments are. Because sometimes I don't realize, oh, I should put this on full screen because I'm like having an oh wow moment. Because I like to switch to this screen when I do that. I do miss that about using my camcorder.
I really like that. I also have my light that I got for Christmas from Kelsey, which is why you can see my face so well. I still also want to get back to Disney Discussions, and I'm planning on it. It's just both me and Kelsey are very busy right now, and it's one thing to record a video, but it's another thing to have to watch a movie and then record a video. So it's a little extra, but we will get back into it.
I think we did get back to Disney Discussions after this video, but we didn't do that many more. The same reason that I haven't done as many home vlogs as I was hoping I would do. We were both just really not doing well emotionally and mentally, and we were struggling with the world issues and politics. We struggled with all of that during this year. It really affected us, and it changed us. It definitely changed us. I do want to say that with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, I had known it was a problem, but I don't think I really realized how much it was still a problem. Like, I knew it was a problem, but I didn't realize how terrible some people are still about it. Like, I didn't realize that there were still people like that. And I didn't realize that about cops. So this year, it opened my eyes a lot, and it made me not want to put up with people like that anymore. Not just the Black Lives Matter thing, but everything else with politics. I've already been doing a lot of growing over the last 3 years. I've been doing so much growing and self-discovery, and I've realized tons of stuff about myself. I've basically been shoving down because I don't know if I want to get into this a whole lot, but I've basically been shoving a lot of parts of myself down because of how I grew up. I'm not upset with how I grew up. Just, there are some parts of how I grew up that, I don't know, just made me feel like I had to shove other parts of myself down. Basically, I was hiding and I was faking. This year, especially, I mean, the last 3 years, I've definitely been growing a lot and becoming more myself and realizing that I'm totally different than what a lot of people think I am. But this year, I've done even more massive growth, and I've become more vocal, and I've become more political. It's still hard for me. It's still scary because of tons of people I used to know who were a big part of my life. Damn, I didn't know I would cry. Already knew that I couldn't really go back to how I was. I already knew that things had changed within myself. But this year, I basically closed a lot of doors. And it's good because it means I'm more free to be who I really am. But it is hard when it's bittersweet. I was supposed to be talking about Disney discussions. How did I get on this topic? I'm sorry, guys. But that's why we didn't do Disney discussions, because we were very exhausted. I've been shutting my mouth for so long that it makes it hard to start speaking out. I'm sorry. I hope that no one takes offense to this, but it's the truth. Yeah, I can never go back. Anyway, it was a hard year. That's what happened a lot with me this year. I closed a lot of doors and my eyes opened, and I realized how deep some stuff was in people that I used to be really close with. I realized who some people really were, and it was not pretty. Like with the pandemic, with Black Lives Matter, with just everything that this year brought. So anyway, we were going to get back to Disney discussions, but we did not. But we are going to get back to Disney discussions this year. It's going to be different though. And I'm not going to say how it's going to be different yet. We need to work out the details. But it will happen. And I will have an announcement about it sometime in the future. Probably in a couple weeks or something. I don't know. I gotta figure out how it's gonna work. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. An exciting thing to look forward to. It might not be every week, but Disney discussions will happen again. So be looking forward to that. And let's get back to the video without crying. I don't know if I should have talked about that there or at a different part. I don't know. I am about to start recording an adventure game, and it's an adventure game that I loved. I was obsessed with it, actually. It was my favorite game ever for a long time, so I'm really excited about that. I still want to go on a trip again sometime soon too. So don't worry, you'll still see vlogs from me. Just right now, gaming videos are the easiest thing to record. So the adventure game I was talking about recording was The Longest Journey, which I did record all of it, and I uploaded all of it this year. So I did do that. I was talking about going on a trip soon, and I was actually talking about going on a trip in 2020. Well, guess what? That didn't happen for obvious reasons. And I'm really sad. that didn't happen. I really miss travel. That's like the main thing I miss. I just really want back. And I know other people have still been traveling and whatever, but I just don't feel comfortable traveling. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable traveling because I don't want to risk spreading anything around, like from state to state or wherever. I don't feel comfortable with it. And it sucks because I really, really, really miss it. I was planning so many trips. I was hoping to go to Disneyland again during 2020 because we'd been to Disney World last. So we were hoping to go to Disneyland, do a quick trip to Disneyland. And then the other thing is I was hoping to do our theme park road trip across America as well sometime during 2020, which of course that had to be put on hold. We didn't have any of these trips actually planned, so thankfully we didn't have to cancel or lose money or figure stuff out like that, like some people had to. That does make me really sad. Trips did not happen. Hopefully they will happen sometime soon. I was gonna say in 2021, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they won't happen until 2022, which sucks. I want to go on a trip. I miss trips. Even just like a little trip, just a little getaway. We'll just have to see.
And if you have any other tips for how to grow my channel, that would be great too. I've already started improving quality. I've changed around a little bit of the way I tag and do thumbnails and like all that kind of stuff. I've changed around a little bit. But, it's still really, really, really slow. And I've been doing this for almost 5 years, you guys. Which brings me to another point. I'm gonna do something special for my 5-year of YouTube.
So I still would love tips on how to grow my YouTube channel. If you have tips, please let me know in the comments below. However, I did grow quite a bit this year, still not like a whole lot. I gained nearly 40 subscribers, so that's a huge improvement from the 5 years before that where I only got up to 30 in 5 years. So it's already a huge improvement. That's one of the best things I've done in 2020 is grow my YouTube channel at least more than before. So I'm really happy for that, and I thank all of you that helped me grow, all of you that have subscribed this year or have subscribed before. I appreciate you guys too. But I especially want to thank those who subscribed this year because you helped make 2020 not so grim for me. So thank you so much.
I think I'm gonna make a special video for being a YouTuber for 5 years. Because that's pretty big. You can't monetize until you have 1,000, I think. I think that's what it is. And you also can't monetize until you have a certain number of watch hours, and I'm not sure about views, but average watch time or something like that. I don't know. It's really hard. It's really hard. And although I still want this to be mainly fun, it would also be nice to, I don't know what I'm saying, get something back in return for what I'm putting out there. I don't know. It would make me feel better about spending all this time on it. And yes, I enjoy it and I love it, and that's why so many times I'm like, I want to quit, but then I never do because I really do love it and I'm really determined to keep going. So any advice you have for me, anything that would help me, I'd really appreciate that you comment and let me know, because I really, really want to grow my channel, and that's one of my main New Year's resolutions, is to grow my channel. I am going to work on that a lot this year, so please help me out if you can. It would also help if you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. That would be great. Or if you even shared this video, that would be great too. I hate that I have to say that, but I do, because I do want it.
I do want it, and I still want it, you guys. I still want it. But I did do my resolution. I grew my channel. I did grow. Even though it was only about 40 subscribers more than what I had, I definitely grew. I got so many views. I got the most views I've ever gotten this year. For sure, because my top video is a video that I uploaded this year, and it has like 700 or 800 something views on it, and it is a Sims video. It is Where's the Barbecue Pit. That video got so many views. It got several likes as well, so it makes me feel really good that I at least helped people find where the barbecue pit was in The Sims 4. So thank you everyone who watched that video and liked that video and commented. I really appreciate it. It still baffles me that that's the one that is like doing what it should be doing. But I am very thankful. I'm very thankful to you guys who watched that video and helped the numbers get up there. I appreciate you. But I did do my resolution. I grew my channel more than I ever have in the 5 years of YouTubing. In the 5 years of being a YouTuber. I'm so tired. So thank you, everyone.
Now what's going on in my life is that I started a new job in January, and it's with my mom, and it's merchandising. It's really hard to explain. It's cosmetic merchandising, so we change around the makeup and stuff in different stores, basically. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but it's very physical. And my sister started working for them as well. Right now we're doing Fred Meyer's, which means that we have to start at 5 a.m. So it's really tiring. And I'm still doing the teaching. I'm teaching 3 classes, and I'm stage managing again. So I have that in the afternoons after my other job. So I'm working a lot. But I don't have to do Amazon anymore. And I am really happy about that. I'm actually very happy work-wise, even though it's a lot of work. I don't know, I'm just happier doing it. So it just makes me happier in general. I'm also making more money than I was, and it's more steady income, which I've never really gotten before. Like, I've gotten kind of a steady income before, but it didn't feel as comfortable as this does.
Work-wise, this year, as most of you know, during lockdown, I was not working because I did not feel comfortable going into the stores and working. I basically took 3 months off, but I was getting unemployment. So that helped a lot with money. They ended up canceling my classes that I was teaching and canceling the show I was stage managing. And in the beginning, they were trying to keep it going on Zoom. They were trying to have rehearsals on Zoom in the hopes that we would open back up and that theaters would once again be able to have audience, which didn't happen. So that show never happened. I do miss it. I miss the arts. That's the other big thing that I really miss is the arts. I miss going to shows. I even miss going to movies, I really miss going to movies. Back in the fall, our movie theaters reopened for for a month. For a month or two, they reopened. And me and Zach went to a few movies. Yeah, I think we went to 3 or 4 movies. and it was so nice. And the theaters were, of course, being really careful. Everyone had to wear a mask, everyone was spread out, all that stuff. But then the theaters closed again because the cases went up. So that was a bit discouraging. But yeah, I miss the arts. I really miss going to like musicals, and I miss being a part of musicals and being a part of theater and rehearsals and all that. I really miss it. And my theater was doing classes online, so that could have been an option for me. But I just did not feel comfortable teaching theater to kids online. I don't know, it just felt very intimidating. It felt like it was too much. My anxiety felt like I couldn't handle it. So I told them I couldn't do it. I'm still hoping to go back to that job eventually when things open up. But yeah, that's really sad. I'm really sad about that. I miss it. I miss being around kids. And then I went back to work for a few months. From July to October, I was working pretty consistently. Again, just with a mask and, the restrictions and everything. But then we ran out of work. I worked once in November and once in December. And now I just started back again this week. And it was really hard. It was really hard. Getting up at 5 a.m. every day. Well, being there at 5 a.m. So getting up at 4 a.m. every day. And yesterday I worked 11 hours. I really just wish I could just stay home and work on YouTube and stream on Twitch. That's what I have a passion for, and that's what I want to be doing.
My anxiety has been pretty good. It did start acting up last week. It was a work thing. It gets acted up a couple of times with this job, but it's still a lot better. This year I want to grow my channel. I want to travel more. I want to get financially out of the hole.
Okay, so financially out of the hole. I did get financially out of the hole almost, but not quite enough to where I could pay off my debts. So I didn't actually get out of the hole. Basically saw the light at the end of the tunnel and then got knocked down again. For a while there, because of unemployment, I had money saved up. But then, like I said, I stopped working again for 2 months. My unemployment stopped going through. I still haven't figured out why. But it stopped going through in June. Which I didn't even start working again until July. So it shouldn't have stopped. So then I had to use all the money I had saved up with the unemployment, and now I'm broke again. I'm actually still broke. I'm waiting on the stimulus and waiting to get my first paycheck, which will be next Friday. So I'm almost gonna be okay, but at the moment I literally only have $3 in my account. My sister has been helping me a bit. She's also not doing so well, but she's been helping. I did get financially stable during 2020, but then I lost it. So, yeah.
Because I'm more financially stable, but I still have some debts that I have to pay off before I can save up for a vacation.
Which I still haven't done.
Which is what I want to do fairly soon. I also want to keep doing theater stuff and trying to go more towards that goal of my
that didn't happen
studio.
Either.
So that's also what I want to do this year. And I also want to let my walls down more. Basically, that's with everyone, because I've been realizing in counseling that I do put my walls up a lot, and I even put up some walls with my family, and there's a lot of stuff that no one knows about me, and I just want to be more myself around everybody, or I want to find people that I can be myself around. So yeah, that's also my goal. That's my self goal, to be more, state more of what I want and and not be so terrified that I'll push people away, I guess. That's mainly what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what's going on with me.
That did happen. I did let my walls down more. I did make some decisions that were hard in that aspect. I still haven't opened up with everyone about something that I think I should eventually. There's a couple conversations that I've been needing to have for a long time that I still haven't had. But like I said earlier, I did start to be more vocal and more brave about standing up for what was right and stating what I actually believe and what I actually want to fight for versus just going along with basically just trying to be invisible so that they don't see that I'm an imposter. That's basically how I felt before. But I stopped doing that. I've definitely been more myself this year. So that resolution at least did happen. And also with my relationship that I'm in right now, I've done so much growth with that as well. It's helped me a lot in that aspect of being brave and actually trying to talk about stuff instead of try to just push it down and ignore that it's there and act like you're totally okay. Yeah, I've definitely improved when it comes to that. I've been more open this year. So 2020 wasn't totally, 2020 was messy and 2020 was pretty awful generally for most people. A lot of terrible things happened. A lot of people died. There was a lot of violence and a lot of discrimination, but also some good things happened. And for me, that's one of the things that happened is I started to open up more and be more myself. That's huge because it can be so hard to be yourself sometimes depending on who you're around. So I did do that and I'm really proud of that. So for 2021, my hope is to continue growing my YouTube channel and continue growing on Twitch. One of my unsaid goals is to really grow a lot on Twitch. But I also am realistic and I know that it can be hard to grow sometimes. So I'm not saying that I absolutely have to get to a certain point this year, but I would just like to grow in general. So if you could help me out with that, go follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Join my Discord. Become a dreamer. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And let me know in the comments below how your 2020 was, because everyone had so many different experiences and feelings of it. And yes, most people hated it. But there were some people that actually really had a good year. And I'd like to hear all of those stories. So if you'd like to let me know how it was for you, please let me know in the comments below. And also let me know what your resolutions, or not necessarily resolutions, but like hopes are for 2021. Because my hope is that we continue to grow in general as a whole, as a society. We continue to grow and evolve and mature, and discrimination start to fade away even more, and we fight against things like that even more and make real change. That's my hope. And my other hope is that I continue to grow as a person. I still struggle so much with anxiety, and although it's been a lot better, it does cause me a lot of problems for me, just personally, just inside my head. I'm trying. I really am. I'm trying, and I just hope that I just keep trying and just keep pushing against the anxiety with bravery. And then I also just really hope to grow my community of dreamers. You guys are all awesome. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I also just recently started a Facebook page as well, so you can go follow me there too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.